on the need to engage faith-based organizations closely as a key and strategic stakeholder within the UN system. And then, of course, we have Vasu, who is part of the panel, and Hannah, who will also be part of the panel, should you accept Hannah. I think it would be great, Vasu and Hannah, for the two of you to talk about what your planned interventions will be, and then maybe propose doing it jointly or dividing it to give you a little bit more room to speak about more issues and use your time even better than you would have planned to. That's a suggestion. Please do connect with one another and send me, if you do prepare, any notes. Kaichin will be preparing a series of social media cards highlighting key points made by actors within the network. So if you have a quote that's not included in your notes or that you would like to highlight, let us know. We'll put that in a card and then post that every day between the 19th and the 23rd, depending on when you're going to deliver your speech or your intervention. Yeah, so that's basically it from our side. We haven't really heard of anything, but we will keep updating this page. I know that there's one event that the Faith-Based Solutions Impact Coalition will have outside of the UN premises. So that's going to go on the page as well. It'd be great for you to attend all of these, network with them, tell them about the amazing work that you're doing. But other than that, I'll hand over to you to mostly say what you've planned. Maybe Tiffany, you can start. Hannah, if there's anything else Harvard's doing. Vasu, anything else from Religions for Peace. And then Elif, if there's anything of interest that you would like to mention, you can go next. And then we'll close up with Dhruv with words of advice, since you've been heavily engaged with the Asia Pacific Conference and the youth there. So let's go to Tiffany, please.
Sorry, there's two Tiffany online. Do you want me to go first or?
Yes, you, please.
Okay, perfect. So I know that the Impact Coalition that you're talking about, they have an event which is outside in the church center across from the, and that's happening on the 20th from 9:30 to 11 o'clock. Susie will be attending that and we will be there. And then we do have a few side events of our own. So let me just go down the page. This. So we have one which is only our GDP, and then there will be like youth dialogue. So that will be happening on the 20th as well, in the morning from 10 to 11:30. And on the same day as well, we have another activity, which is happening at 5 o'clock to 7:30, and that's like talking about living the SDG lifestyle. So both of them will actually be held at our center, which is on 229 East 60th Street, which is like a bit of a walk. It's like 20 streets away, but it's quite a nice place. So if you guys want to come and visit, that would be great. Yeah, so it's a pretty nice place there. Let me keep going down. On the 24th, we do have another activity which is from 9:30 to 11, and that's also a youth-led discussion talking about trends, best practices, and challenges on environmental issues. So generally, because Climate Week is just after Summit of the Future, so I don't know if many of you guys will stay afterwards as well. So that is something that I'm also like, would be nice to know as well. And then, yeah, so I think that's it from our end. We have a few more, but most of them are like more closed door discussions.
Fantastic. Thanks for sharing. If there's any more information, please send that our way. Hannah, Vasu, Drew, Tiffany, I don't know if you're going to be there, Ludraj. Any comments at this stage? Oh, perfect.
I also added another event. I don't know if this is an open invite, but it's something I am involved with. I can ask them, but I'm pretty sure it is if it's like a side event for the summit for the future.
Who is organizing this one?
FFOP.
Ah, okay. All right. No, sounds good. Thanks both Tiffany's for those updates. I think it'd be really great if we can meet you for the, I'm not going to be there, Living the SDG Lifestyles. Do you know about the My Sustainable Living Challenge by the Go for SDGs team? Really great if you can share that with the network. I love it. Kaiching and I have been doing it every week. And it's really simple prompts, information about how to live more sustainably, interactive, take pictures. Have you really made a change on how you travel to work? And can you send a picture, things like that? Vasu, please.
Thank you, Asmaira. So I was speaking with Rutaba from Faith for Our Planet that they send also the kind invitation to join them on the 21st for join the Faith for Earth Youth Council to join them for breakfast and networking time. So that would be great if we can join them. And from Religious for Peace, we have a event on the 20th at 4:30 at 2:30 p.m. So that will be on the interfaith youth responses to the Century Biggers challenges. So how the faith and religious institutions support this. So thank you so much, Asmaira. I really hope to be there, but I'm not completely sure that I will be able to join you in person. I'm doing my best. I just need to confirm some details.
Okay, perfect. If you can send more information in the chat, that would be great. With regard to requests, okay, the FFOP one, I mean, it's great that they want you there for a networking event, but I just want to be careful that they don't use UNEP or the Faith for Earth Coalition in anything that they're doing at the moment. There's a little bit of sensitivities there. Firstly, they did send the invitation to us, even though we know one another, which is okay. But also, if you think that we need to be there for the networking event, as a co-chair, I think it's well within your mandate to decide. But just be careful when it comes to branding and how they use our name. We just want to be a little bit careful about how that happens.
Yeah, sure. I cannot attend in person, unfortunately, because of some visa issues. But I will be following the updates that whatever I share online. And again, as Mary, I know that you will also share that with us. In terms of some advice from the conference that I attended, I think, and I feel it's gave me this advice from our council, which was that sometimes in many conversations, faith is excluded or even unwanted by the organizers or in the events. But it is very valuable to consider faith with culture and consider how we can integrate the two or share through that perspective. And I found that really useful when I was at the conference because from the region that I am, our culture is not really separable from our faith. So sharing those insights, especially in the climate space, is really it's accepted more and people are more receptive to that. I also found that there was a lot of there were many different common themes, even though we had so in the Asia Pacific itself, especially the Pacific, it cannot be more different from the Himalayas in terms of its geography or even its history and the demographics. But I found it very useful to share our culture and our stories and connect and share experiences. I know this is pretty general. I know most people already do this, but I found it really insightful to see how, despite our differences in every way, there are so many similar experiences of loss, of coloniality, of just trying to survive in this world. So that was something that I really liked. And I also shared, so Arrow was the organization, the Asia Pacific Resource and so Center for Women was the organization that hosted primarily the conference that I attended, the Asia Pacific Regional Convening. And they're also at the Summit of the Future, and they've also presented the call to action that we worked on, that I worked on as well. So I've shared both a kind of a calendar of the events that they're hosting and participating in, as well as their post about their just an overview of how they're participating. So if this is of value and it's the same, if that's something that you'd like to join, obviously please do join that as well. So yeah, that's all from me.
Wonderful. Thank you, Drew. I think we can add a social media card for Drew and his engagement there. The points that he highlighted just now, but Drew, I think we'll be in touch with you just to see a little bit more about what was included in the joint statement and what could have been and perhaps was not. I think that's a very interesting perspective to share. Sorry, Vasu, before I come to you, Tiffany, follow-up question on the youth dialogue and living the SDG lifestyles. Is there any way that the youth council can be more engaged or partner with you on that? Do you envision anything?
At the moment, I need to talk to my colleague. She's the person that is actually running the kind of youth segment of our portfolio. So I'll talk to her. I mean, I think there is opportunity to like speakers or have facilitators. So that's kind of why I wanted to know kind of, everyone's availability or who's going to be around. Yeah, so that's definitely something that we can discuss.
So Tiffany, will definitely be there. Hannah, definitely. Tiffany, you as well. I need to find out if Ashley is going to be there or another representative. We have four very strong women leading the charge at the Summit of the Future. Vasu, over to you.
Yes, that's right, Asmaira. We are very, very grateful for all of you. Thank you so much, Asmaira. I was wondering on terms of the diversity of religions. I'm trying to connecting also the diversity within Buddhism with our traditions. I was wondering, Tiffany, the participation of the Buddhist community during this summit. I would love to connect more with you and to see how can I contribute.
Yeah, that sounds great. Definitely, we are in Buddhist City Foundation is in a lot of the conversations of faith, and actually we're working with the Baha'i community this year during Summit of the Future to record videos which talks about like positivity and hope. So that's something that's quite interesting. 18th to the 20th. And then it will be showcased and displayed all through the summit in the Baha'i Center, which is where a lot of the meetings will take place.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Tiffany, if you ask for any other information or any additional information, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, we'd be happy to connect faith and sustainable lifestyles. Either as part of the youth dialogue or in the SDG lifestyle, whatever you envision, but particularly highlight key UNEP programs and projects around youth engagement, plastic tide turners challenge, anatomy of action are some of the resources we can share. Hannah, you've been quiet, so I want to come to you on anything that's happening on Harvard side and what your thoughts are so far, if you're happy with the event by Religions for Peace to engage.
Yeah, so on the Harvard side, we are just going as like, I guess, delegates, like learning from everything and coming back and hopefully writing about it. And so we have like no particular event going on that I know of. I can ask the lab open for it. I'm not sure if they would have, perhaps they would have one, but I will get back to you on that. definitely would love some more information on like the expectations for the panel. Is that will I be joining in the panels?
You will.
Okay. What is like what does that look like? I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure if I understand.
In the email that I forwarded, well, it's addressed to Elif, but I'm not sure if they mentioned how long the intervention will be, but safe to say it's a maximum of 5 minutes, given that there are quite a few speakers. Yeah, I think it would be great to talk about where we're headed in terms of youth engagement under the Faithful Youth Council, what the expectations are when we come to these policy spaces that we have an interfaith coalition, operating at the highest level in terms of partnership, in terms of support, what we've seen, what we think can be better. And yeah, the deadline to confirm your availability is tomorrow. So I think it would be okay to just inquire a little bit more about these logistical details. There's an email address in that invitation that you can contact. Just going forward, I think I'll write to them, I'll respond, and I'll say instead of Elif, and I'll copy her, of course, you will be participating, and then ask. So I think that's it in terms of substantial engagement. Please do have a look at that joint statement. Great to have your input, share it with your networks. I don't think Buddhist Tuti Foundation has been engaged in that process very much, so it might be interesting to them. Tiffany, FFOP side, is that how you're participating in the different, are they giving you a badge?
I'm not too sure. I wasn't given too much info just yet. I'll have to see my availability for that day. So okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's an open invite, but if you want, I can ask.
No,
Sorry,
it's all right.
Tiffany, what organization are you representing?
I guess I'm part of different organizations that I could potentially represent, but is there a certain one that we're supposed to be representing at these events specifically?
I was just curious. I don't know your background, so I'm curious if you're like joining are you just going with
I'll
observe?
Observing, yeah. I guess I'll be part of the Faith for Earth Youth Council, really, technically.
Okay.
But to gain access, you do need a badge and things like, so if you haven't registered, that's going to be tricky.
I was not aware. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the registration deadline is also last Friday, so.
Oh, I see. So the ones that are on the living the SDG lifestyles and the youth dialogues, are those something I have to register for as well?
Anything that's a side event is fine, but anything that's like within the actual, I think they're called like action days. You need a badge or your credentials or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I'll be in attendance for those. I wasn't invited to any, as far as I'm aware.
Okay. All right. In terms of key messages, we haven't really gone through that exercise of what are the 3 things that we're asking for to have in the outcome documents. At this stage, I think that's okay. Because it seems like everybody's doing a little bit of everything outside of the formal processes, but to enhance faith-based engagement. So yeah, I think the best thing to do is then share all these really great events on the webpage, and then if there's any follow-up documents like meeting reports or whatever that you're planning to do in addition to organizing the event, just let me know. Happy to put that on the page and let the network follow up there. Okay, we have 4 minutes. Engage, please go ahead. Yeah.
I just have a quick question about, I know that Jim put through a side event that he is running. Just wondering if you have more information on that. or like, is there anyone we can like support or something like that?
I have absolutely no idea what Jin submitted. I was hoping that he could be here. Jin's AI note taker. I was hoping that we could speak to you today. Um, but if you can share with us information about the session and what your expectations are, that would be great. But unfortunately, I have absolutely no clue. And so we'll wait for you, Jim, to get back to us. But we really do need to coordinate on this. So it sounds like we're part of the same team. I hope you appreciate that. Network, everybody. There's high-level guests that are invited to all of these events that we're. Network, everybody. There's high-level guests that are invited to all of these events that we're putting on as a Faith Network. Tell them about the coalition. Tell them about the work that you're doing. I know I don't have to say this, but just in case you need that boost of confidence, there it is. Don't feel shy to engage with Jamil Ahmed. He's director of the UN New York office. Yeah, he looks intimidating, but just let him know how you're there and how you're connected with us. I think that might be appreciated. I also wanted to speak about COP29 and COP16, but Vasu, please go ahead.
Thank you, Smaila. I was wondering if there is any other opportunities for networking.
I will put everything that comes my way that the Faith Network's doing on that webpage, and I'll share it again in the chat. Do visit it on the 18th, because that's going to be the last day that I'll make any updates. But yeah, I know the Baha'is, because I know that they also organized something here in Nairobi when they came to the Civil Society Conference. And Daniel, of course, is leading the work on the NGO side, if I'm not mistaken. So I think getting in touch with the Baha'i community, if you do want to learn about additional opportunities, would be a good idea, especially on the NGO coalition side. So please talk to Tiffany. Okay, COP29, guys. It's been accepted at the Faith Pavilion. Who's thinking about being there in person? Excellent. Okay. Tiffany, same thing applies. Let me know what you're planning. Christian is also planning to be there.
It's not
He's going to represent the Youth Council in this. So it's a high-level one on the Sustainable Lifestyles Resolution that was adopted at PNEA 6. He's going to be talking about the role of the Faith Council. There's also going to be a high leaders meeting that's going to let you know, and whoever else will be participating from the council. Idea is to kind of spread out these really great opportunities. So we'll have a different representative at the high level faith leaders meeting, a different one at the Faith Pavilion. Christian's in agreement with this approach, but yeah, I think that's really it. I haven't heard of anything else. I'm just looking at the. Give me 1 minute. Let me share my screen. I know we're over time. I'm very sorry. If you have to leave, Hannah, please do. The schedule. Let me share my screen now.
I might help up, but I would love to just put Vasu. Just to clarify, Vasu and I are both doing the panel now. I'm confused.
Vasu's been invited as part of Religions and Peace's Youth Council, if I'm not mistaken, but also representing the Youth Council and you as an advisor to the Youth Council.
Great. And so then I can connect with you over the points you want me to cover. I'm happy to write up an outline on speaking points. If you just give me some more parameters of what you want really touched upon.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Great.
Great. Thanks, Hannah. Take care.
Bye.
Vasu?
Yes,
I
thank
saw
you.
your hand up.
Thank you so much, Asmara. I need to attend another meeting, but I really appreciate all your efforts to put everything together. I really hope I can be able to meet you. I will do my best. And I hope I can still connect in Learnable 3DAO. in the diversity of these communities with these efforts that we are doing.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Vasu. Take care.
Thank you, Asmara. See you soon.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Vasu's colleague. Thanks for
Yes,
joining us.
thank you for having me.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So I will join with,
Well, back-to-back meetings.
yes.
The Bahia is new, very new.
That's right. Yes.
Nuevo.
Hi, Molly. It's very good to be
Hi,
with
how
you.
are you? You too.
Thank you so much. I'm
Can you
sorry
turn on
for
my video?
being late. Yes, I will turn on my video. You can see me now.
Yes.
Yes, you can see.
Hi, hello.
Hello,
Hi, Molly.
Molly. I would like to
Hi.
introduce you to my dear friend, Bernabol Tridao.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
Bernabol
How are you?
Tridao
Good.
is a Buddhist
Can you
monk.
see me? I'm looking kind of, can you see?
Yes, I can see you. Can you see me? Maybe.
I can see you. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
you can see me. Maybe our internet connection is not very good, but let me know if you miss something.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes, I'm very glad to introduce you to Bernardo Tridao. He's a very dear friend of mine. He is working very deeply with young people, with connecting the diversity of Buddhism.
Yes, yes, hello.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, likewise. How are you doing today, Miss Molly?
Good, good, good. I've been in touch. You told me about your vision problems.
That's right, Molly. Yes, it's getting worse, and your prayers are very much appreciated.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I wasn't sure. I'm sorry about yesterday. But with your health issues, do you want to continue and go on with the screening?
Thank you for asking. I think we will be okay to continue.
Uh-huh.
Yes. How do you feel
Okay.
about to continue the screening?
How what?
Do you
I'm
feel
sorry?
okay to continue the screening?
You cut out. You cut out a little bit. How do I
Yeah.
what?
To continue the schedule for next week?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you had asked for a description, and I just now before the meeting, I emailed you both. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it. It was just a few minutes ago.
Okay.
I sent an email with a brief description and some videos. One video is a trailer. It's about a minute, just under 2 minutes. There's a video of Dr. Volkan being interviewed. He was interviewed last year with the spokesman for the United Nations, Mr. Fauci, about world conflict and what Dr. Volkan's ideas have to offer to that. And that's about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then I think there's one other video. I'm not sure what it is of. Let me turn this one off. Somehow I'm hooked. I don't know if did you receive the email?
I'm looking right now to confirm with you if I can see the email. Yes, I received your email.
I don't know, do you have a membership that you're going to send this to?
Yes, so I can confirm with you how many people are we expecting, because we have sending the invitation to the network. So I can confirm just in a few seconds. So we are expecting approximately 15 people to join.
Okay, that's a small group.
Yes,
That's
that's
a
right.
small group.
Yes.
But if you're interested, we can certainly do that. So I wasn't sure if we were doing this because usually we start sending out information like a month before
Yes.
the event.
Yes, that's right. Yes, we have. We have sent an invitation few weeks ago for the network to join, and we can continue sending the invitation. How many people will you think will be the best to have?
Well, often there's several hundred.
Okay, yes.
I'm not really, I'm not familiar with your membership, so I don't really know what their interests are.
Yes, so
I don't know if you want to tell me about it?
yes, of course. So it's a faith network. We are from different religions, and the main focus is about social justice. So this documentary, your work, deeply connects with social justice in terms of understanding the psychology of community. So yes, I feel a very deep connection what we are doing. Actually, recently in the last few months, we have been doing a webinar series on Christian nationalism. So this is also part of that kind of understanding of the Christian nationalism.
Okay, okay. You haven't seen the film, I don't think.
Yes,
Right.
I did. Yes.
Oh, you
It's
did?
wonderful,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, and you feel like it's appropriate for your group?
Yes, I
Yeah.
feel that. I feel that it is. Yeah.
Okay. And if you're interested, I mean, we can certainly, continue. I think the other link I sent you was the film website where there's reviews and there's extra articles and that kind of thing, if anybody wants more resources.
That sounds good, yes. Also, because our membership is more than 4,000 people in the state of Arizona, we will also be able to record in the network in Arizona.
Yes. But you will send out the information that I sent you to your membership?
Yes, I will send that.
Okay. I sent a couple of photos from the film too. One of Dr. Von Erickson Library in Massachusetts at the Austin Riggs Center for Research and Education, where I did the interviews. And the other is a picture of him with some children where he worked in Estonia in the early 90s, when it was newly independent after the fall of the Soviet Empire.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
So
wonderful.
you might want to attach those to the message that you send out. It often brings people in.
Yes, I think this is great resources. I will share that with the network.
Okay, and if you need anything else from me, just let me know.
Yes, of course. I will let you know. So for now, we confirm our event next week, right? For September
I wanted to
21st.
confirm, what is the time again? I wrote down, I wasn't sure if I was correct. I'm in Brooklyn, so I'm Eastern Standard Time.
Yes. So that will be, so it's 6 p.m. Arizona time. I think that will be 4 p.m. your time.
Oh, it's 4 o'clock?
Yes.
Because I had it at 9 o'clock for some reason. Let me just make sure
Oh, that's right.
that I
Yes,
know.
it's 9 p.m. New York time. That's correct.
It is 9 p.m.?
Yes, 9 p.m. your time.
Okay. 9 to what time?
So we are expecting to stream the documentary. That's for 1 hour, right? So the conversation will start at 10 p.m. New York time.
Okay. So this is the other thing. I will need, for the screening, I will need to send you a link,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
A meal link.
Yes.
I can send it earlier that day if you want, or the day before. And what you would do is send that link to whoever is interested in seeing the film. I mean, if you want, you can send it to who signed up or however you do it. And so you would start the film, or let's think. Do you want people to see it at the same time? And it starts at 9.
I think could be an option, a good option to do. But what do you think will be
Yes.
the best? Do you think we can share?
I think it is good.
It's good.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good. It's often good when people see it at the same time, right after we discuss it.
Yes.
So that means you would send it out, 5 minutes. So that means you would send it out, 5 minutes before 9.
Right.
Or, a couple of minutes before 9. You'd send the Vimeo link, they would click it, watch the film for 58 minutes, and then we would have, have a Zoom link for the discussion like
Yes,
this?
that's right, yes. So I will send you the Zoom link to connect for our discussion will be at 10 p.m. your time.
Yes, okay. So before the film, you're not going to introduce or say anything, you're just going to send the link out, is that correct?
So what I think will be something that could work good for us is everybody on Zoom and to share my screen with the documentary.
Yes, you can do that, right,
Yes.
okay. And, I mean, I've seen it so many times. Do you want me to be there at the beginning? Or
Thank you.
just coming?
We appreciate your time. So I think if you are coming at 10 is good. So I can introduce you to the network.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the link maybe 15 minutes before.
Okay.
You're gonna share it with the membership of the people who sign up, I don't know, at 9 or I guess a few minutes before 9. Oh, or you'll send the link and they'll come onto your Zoom and you'll share your screen.
That's right. Yes. And we stay on the Zoom waiting for you to connect and we start the discussion.
Okay, so you'll send me a copy of the Zoom link and I'll join at 10.
That's right. Yes.
Okay.
And for that, for the conversation, we will have 30 minutes, right?
Whatever, I mean, I can be there for whatever you need,
Thank you so much for that.
30 minutes or an hour, whatever. If people have questions or comments or just some ideas they want to discuss, I'm flexible.
Thank you, Molly. And we know that it's very late your time. So I wonder what will be better for you. How do you feel more comfortable? To have 30 minutes, 45, or 1 hour?
Why don't we see what people have to say?
Okay.
Okay, because I can be there for an hour if people are interested in discussion. It's not a problem. And if people are tired and don't have much to say, we can do less,
Okay, that sounds good. Yes. So I will plan that, and I think everything sounds very clear, and I really appreciate to have this opportunity to watch the documentary with our network and to learn from you, from your work.
Yes, I hope you can get some more people attending before next week.
Yes, me too.
Let me know if I can help in some way.
Thank you. Yes, I think it would be good if, let me think how you can help us. Yes, but we want to have more people with us.
Yeah, yes,
Yes.
yes.
So you can
Do
see
you
us
have
better.
other questions for me, either of you?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think on terms of the documentary of the event that we are having with you, I think everything sounds clear to me. What about you, Molly? Do you have any questions on the event?
Well, it sounds like you have a good internet connection, and you're gonna set up the Zoom link. I'm gonna send you a Vimeo link. I guess, you'll be in charge of technology when people have questions, whether they're on camera.
Yes.
It sounds like so people come on camera and ask the questions. Sometimes that's something that comes out. Do you go to the chat or do you go on camera? I think on camera is best. Something that comes out. Do you go to the chat or do you go on camera? I think on camera is best if people can be seen. I don't know. What else would be useful for your membership?
Thank you. I think the interaction part is very useful for our network because it's very much of one-on-one conversations, connections.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yes.
be able for them to be on camera and microphone during the conversation. I think that will be great. Yeah, I will manage
Okay.
everything. Also to make sure that microphones don't mix and everything on Zoom. So I will be in charge of that.
Yeah. Okay, that's another thing. If you know, you mute everyone. Actually, during the film, you bring up a good point. During the film, make sure everybody is muted.
Right.
And I would turn off the chat
Yes.
so it's not distracting people
Yes, that sounds
during
good.
during the screening. Yes, just, you know, let just one camera be on during the discussion, one mic, right, for the speaker, whoever that is,
Yes.
rather
that sounds
than a lot of background noise.
good.
Yeah.
That's right. So I think that will be all my questions from my part. But I also want
Yes.
to have this opportunity to introduce you more deeply to Verne Voltridao, because we were watching, I was sharing with Verne Voltridao about the documentary, about your work. We watched the trailer of the documentary, and I think it's very helpful for us as religious institutions to understand that we are doing everything for the well-being of the members, of the people. And this film is helping to understand that sometimes communities can be harmful for some people. So understand the psychology of the well-being of the conflict, right? And how we can promote conflict resolutions. Yeah, so it's very important for me to connect you both.
Yes. You had mentioned that you knew some monks that.
Resolutions. Yeah, so it's very important for me to connect you both.
Yes, you had mentioned that you knew some monks that had an interest in psychology. Is that your interest also?
Verne Voltridao have the expertise of working on that. Yeah.
Yes, I went to Eckerd College for 4 years in psychology. So the film was very interesting for me to further my research into groups and communities and its effects.
Yes. So you saw the film?
Briefly, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still trying to catch up with everything that's happening as you know, Vasu is moving at 100 miles an hour. Yes.
Yeah. I'd be very curious, will you be there next week?
Yes, yes. I have seen the invitation and we'll make every effort to be there. Yes.
Okay, okay. Good, because I think it'll be helpful to have somebody who has a background in psychology.
Yes.
And Dr. Volkan's work is really important in terms of thinking of group psychology. So it would be nice if you would be there as part of the discussion.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I'm familiar. A lot of research in group work, you know, like the bystander effects and stuff like that. And my counseling psychology sessions also focuses on group counseling, the interplay within different group settings and the many aspects of, for example, addictions and trauma. So it will be screened through my informed lens of group work, given my background. So it's going to be a very interesting discussion to come. Yes.
Yes, I think talking about what group trauma is and thinking about that will be sort of an important theme. You know, we have a lot of group trauma and collective trauma and what that does.
Yes.
So, good,
Yes.
yeah. You know, if you think of things that you need from me before Tuesday or something that you think would help, don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you for your help.
Yeah.
Yes. I have been sharing with Verne Voltridao about you, but also we can, if you would like to share more about your work, Molly, with him, to getting to know each other better.
Yes. Well, when I was in graduate school, I studied Dr. Volkan's work. I came across it. I was at New York University in the arts program, but it was sort of theoretical and academic too. And, you know, I was fast, you know,